What's good? For those of you just sliding in, my name is Naja B. I go by Blurdy or Blurdy Otome if you want to keep things formal because y'all weird like that. And today we're going to be playing Him the Smile and Bloom. I love this game. It is so good. Like, it's so cute. It's so fun. I had so much fun playing this. Him the Smile and Bloom is literally the slice of life Otome we have all been waiting for. So here's the about for the game. Him the Smile and Bloom, step into a world of romance and flowers in this refreshingly mature Otome that charts the lives of four couples centered around a local flower shop. Him the Smile and Bloom is a unique exploration of the flourishing relationships between two adults and the highs and lows of their budding romance in a modern world. From the initial spark of attraction to the struggles of maintaining a relationship and navigating life's choppy waters, Him the Smile and Bloom deftly weaves heartwarming and heartbreaking narrative threads for a genuinely distinct and memorable Otome experience. Unlike other Otome games where you are one heroine and you romance all the guys, in Him the Smile and Bloom, you play as four different couples and you experience their unique romantic story as they navigate the highs and lows of their romance. So each of these love interests have their own heroine that is like tied to them, and each story is a unique type of story. Hokuto, the purple guy, this one, his heroine is Fuka. They are childhood friends and they've known each other since they were children, and it's a friendship to lovers relationship. I don't like Hokuto. He is a trash human being, and he's a trash boyfriend. I think Fuka deserves better than Hokuto, but here we are. She's in love with this man, and that's okay. Next is Wataru. He is the younger boyfriend. His heroine is Serena, and both he and his heroine had bad breakups in the past, and they're both learning how to love another person again after experiencing a bad relationship or a bad end to a relationship. It's really cute. It's really wholesome. It's giving lots of nice first love vibes. Next is Tenya. Tenya and his heroine Miku. They went to high school together and they reconnect after not seeing each other for years, and sparks of love flourish between them, and it's really cute to see them kind of find each other again after all these years and fall in love and have this really genuine, heartfelt relationship. Tenya's route is my favorite, and I love this man to bits. And then lastly, we have Genosuke. His heroine is Ami. Genosuke is like the prince of the flower shop, and he's like well known for his looks and his abilities with the flowers and his work ethic. He meets Ami, who's an interior designer, when he's sent to her office to help with the flower arrangements for the office. And they end up meeting and talking, and she's like really just blown away by how dedicated to his work he is. And it gives her the motivation to do well in her own job. And she, like, years pass and she doesn't meet Genosuke again. And she's actually worked her way up through the ranks at her job. And she attributes that to Genosuke and just seeing how hard he was working and how dedicated he was to like the flowers and explaining everything to her. And she's just really excited about this opportunity she gets to work on the redesign of the flower shop. And she meets Genosuke again. And she's like, I finally get to meet my idol, the guy who made me who I am today. And then when she meets him, he's got a completely different personality from the one that she remembers from the past. So she's just like, wait, he was so sweet back then. Why is he such a dick now? And it's just them reconnecting and having to navigate this kind of disconnect between how he looks and how he acted in the past and how he is now. And it's such a good story. Like, all of these stories are good. There was not a route that I really truly hated, except for Hokuto. Fuck Hokuto. But all of these stories are just so genuine and fun. And if you want to experience the different types of love and romance that can exist in a modern setting, this game is perfect with that. You just get all of these different types of love, and it's just so cute and so wonderful. Well, since I actually played this game before, I did ask for you all to vote on which route we would be playing on stream, because I've already played them all, so it doesn't really matter to me. But I did ask you all to vote, and the winner was Tenya with 46% of the votes. Tenya came in first, Hokuto was second, Wataru was third, and then Genosuke only got 1 vote. He came in fourth. I don't know why. Y'all just didn't like the blonde, but it's fine. So we are going to do Tenya's route today because I'm excited. And the way the game is set up, you just kind of pick the route and then you go from there. We are playing the Steam version, but it is available on the Nintendo Switch as well. And it does come with extra DLC. The DLC was released separately for the initial release, and you can also bundle it in for the Steam release, and I'm assuming you can do the same thing for the Switch release. And the DLC is just like a Halloween side story. I haven't played it yet, but I hear it's cute, so let's do this. Himthesmileandbloom. Let's do a new game. I'm so excited. All right, flowers. Beautiful blooms of life that sprout forth from growing plants. Their vivid colors enrich our souls as they display the tangible passing of seasons. But they aren't just things of beauty. People have attributed a variety of emotions to the image of different flowers and have raised them with love. By the station in a certain town sits Phil Flower, a lone flower shop. In this shop, with its array of colorful blossoms, exist stories that all stem from flowers. One such story is flanked by the flower Happiness, Tweedia.
年下で一生懸命な彼と恋愛に臆病になっている彼女。
I love them so much. It's so cute.
誰かを信じることに傷ついた二人が本当の幸せを見つける物語。
Bearing scars of burned trust. It's so sweet. I'm mad y'all didn't pick Wataru, but it's fine. Another tale revolves around the flower of gratitude, mimosa, which I thought was a drink, but it's apparently a flower. You learn something new every day.
本当の恋を知らない彼と自分の心に不器用な彼女。
I'm mad they say unrefined in the matters of the heart. I mean, she's not worldly like Genosuke is, but I don't think she's like unrefined. I think she's just naive.
素直になれない気持ちを抱えた二人が秘密の恋を育む物語。
It's such a cute one. Oh my god, all these routes are so good. Our third story follows the flower of love, anemone.
鈍感で臆病な彼と諦めない強い意志を持った彼女。
Gross.
互いに思いながらもすれ違う二人が心通じ合うまでの物語。
Gag. I hate it. I hate it here. Go away. You don't deserve Fuka. And the final tale concerns the flower of passion, Nandina. This is the route that we're going to be playing today, guys! So excited.
恋心を降り積もらせた彼とくすぶる感情に翻弄される彼女。
He's my favorite. I love Tenya so much. I'm so excited.
焦がれる熱を抱えたままの二人が憧れを現実に変えるまでの物語。
This route is also like really steamy too, because Tenya is like horny as fuck. This man is super horny, and I love that for him and me. Like flashing a smile to a beautiful flower, these tales recount bittersweet days with the men who shower their beloved with affection. Look at
花
them.
が得ぬほどの愛しい思いをあなたへ。花得む彼とブルーム。
I like the way they say blim. These are tales of love and the flowers that bind them. The opening is really cute though. Never mind! We're not watching the opening today! All right. So the way that the game is set up, I guess I should turn it back down. The way that the game is set up is you choose your route at the start and you just follow through with that. All right, let's do it. Tenya. Ooh. Calm and quiet, straight to the point. He's 24. His birthday is December 5th. And he's 175 centimeters. Hey, someone in the chat, convert that to feet, please. Boyfriend from class. That is an interesting way to describe it. He's super cute. I love him. He's so perfect. All right, let's do it. Let's go with Tenya. Tenya Minami. You're about to start Tenya Minami's route. Are you sure? Yeah, why would I not be? He's 5'7". Oh, he's just an inch taller than me. He's so short. All right, let's do it. This is our heroine, Miku Yukihira. And we're gonna leave the name the same. I like using default names. Yep. Chapter 1, The Someday I Dreamed of. Oh yeah, let's fix this right now. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. I think it's system. Boop. We don't wait for text to load. Closer to 5'9" according to Google. Okay. Well, he's still under 6 feet. You tiny boy. All right, let's do it. I'm finally back. The heroines are not voiced. One thing I will say about Him, the Smile and Bloom, they really missed an opportunity to have the heroine's voice. There are 4 distinct heroine characters for each route, and they are not voiced. You've got 4 characters that you created specifically for these routes, and you didn't get voice actors for them. It was like, it would have been so much better if they were voice acted. It would have put this over the edge, because why bother having 4 different heroines if you're not gonna do something unique with them? But yeah, it's fine. Maybe I'm just being greedy. I'm finally back. As I lug my hefty suitcase, I breathe a sigh of relief and glance around the airport lobby. It sure is great to be home. I was welcomed by familiar words in the chatter around me and all the signboards decorated with kanji. You also Googled... Wait, I can't read what you said. I'll have to look later. Even the unbearable humidity I'd always hated made me feel right at home. I don't do heat. I don't do stickiness. Nope. That's proof of just how dry it was over there. Over where? Oh, that's right. She was in Canada. I forgot about that. She's coming back to Japan after being in Canada for like 2 years. Wow. I never thought I'd miss Japan's subtropical climate. As soon as I landed, the air already felt full of the lingering summer heat. It hit me when I left the plane and stepped foot onto the boarding bridge to the airport terminal. The air was so wet, it felt like I was practically swimming in its humidity. But of course, once I entered the poorly cooled airport walls, that feeling instantly evaporated. Properly, not poorly. Oh, my passport. Better make sure to put this in a safe place. I was still holding on to the precious booklet after getting through immigration. The last page I saw before I put it away displayed my picture and name, Miku Yukihira. I wondered when the next time I'll use this will be. I don't even want to think about traveling right now, though. My relief to be home and my weariness from traveling created a fog in my brain. I'd been living out of the country for over 2 years now. It was neither short nor long, but was nevertheless more than enough time for me. Ever since graduating college right up until this moment, it's felt like a never-ending marathon. Trying to remember everything that happened to me was just too much. Just the thought made my heart grow heavy. Aw, poor baby. No, not now. I just got back. This is no time to get down in the dumps. I need to let loose and do something fun. I put a stop to the trip down memory lane that was flooding my brain and lifted my head back up. There were so many things I had wanted to do once I was back home. But number one on that list is eating some Japanese food. I also want to take a long bath. With that thought in mind, I spotted my parents in the throng of waiting people. But I was somehow able to push down the flood of emotions threatening to pour out in the same moment. It'll be okay. I can totally handle this. Dragging my suitcase behind me, I began walking forward. It had been a few days since I'd made my big return to Japan. I think I would just skipped like 5 days in a transition. Since today was my day off, I decided to visit a flower shop close to my workplace. Phil Flower. It was a popular brand of flower shops, with multiple branches open not only across the city, but the whole nation. The Tsubakino branch of Phil Flower had been one of my favorite places to spend my time since my school days. They not only featured seasonal flowers, but a wide variety of houseplants, so I never got tired of walking in.
あら、久しぶりね。
I love Kozue. She's best girl. She's best girl for sure. I wish we could date her. She's like the best at Hokuto's route because she straight up tells the MC, she's like, girl, he trash. Leave him. And we all need a bestie like that. The person who immediately called out my name as I walked in was the Tsubakino branch shop manager, Kozue Arisawa. Also, somebody did a hydrate earlier. Thank you very much for that. Let me now drink some water. I'd become a familiar face to her over the years during my visits, so we'd become quite close. It really has been too long.
また顔が見られて嬉しいわ。
Aww. Her smile was as charming as ever. She looked even more beautiful than she did the last time I saw her. Oh, here. It's not much, but I brought you a souvenir. They're maple cookies.
ありがとう。定番こそお土産の醍醐味よ。
See, and this is what drives me nuts. They gave side characters voice actors, but they didn't give the heroines voice actors. Like, come on.
とっても美味しそう。店のみんなでいただくわね。それじゃあ、お礼代わりにどうぞ。
Ooh, presents. Huh? What Kozue handed me was a bouquet of baby's breath flowers. Oh yeah. There's a glossary. It's the flower book, and like it has the flowers as they're mentioned because they mention a whole bunch of flowers. And like you click on it and it tells you about the flower. It even has like the character that's probably associated with that flower. So like in this case, the anemones are Hokuto's flower. And you have like a little cute chibi in the corner, and then it tells you like what it means in the language of flowers. Purple is I believe in you and wait, and red is I love you. This man doesn't deserve it, but sure. And then there's baby's breath. Look at this. It's so cute. Nandina. It's really cute. I like the way that they did this. Also, it's really cool to read through these and see all the different like facts on the flowers because there's a lot of stuff that I never would have thought about. Look at my baby boy. Look at how happy he is. Happy boo-boo.
バイトの子が練習で作ったもので申し訳ないけど、よかったらもらって。
Aw, thank you. Oh no. Thank you so much. The numerous tiny white bulbs of the baby's breath were modest but cute. As I accepted the flowers, I was met by a faintly sweet scent that made my lips unknowingly rise in a soft smile.
向こうでの仕事はどうだった？
It's okay. Pretty rough to say the least. Obviously, the language barrier was hard, but the cultural differences were tough too.
そうよね。そうじゃなくても仕事を覚えた矢先にカナダの植物園へ出向なんてかなりハードよ。
Going to Canada is rough, I guess. That's right. That was the exact reason I'd left Japan. I'd been working at a botanical garden in the city, but got transferred to our Canadian sister city for the sake of international relations. That's crazy. They usually pick like the most senior person for stuff like that. So the fact that she's just like, oh, they just picked me is wild. Like, she must be really good at her job. I had only just graduated from college and was still full of dreams and ambition.
あら、でもそういえば3年って聞いてたと思ったけど、1年早まったの？
Oh. Oh, we came back early. Well, yeah, we did come back early. Oh, that's right. Actually, they told me they were short on staff here and wanted me back.
どこも大変なのね。でも、私はあなたが早く帰ってきてくれて嬉しいわ。
Aww. I felt relieved to hear those words come out of Kozue's lips so easily. From there, the conversation turned to stories about my transfer location at the botanical garden in Canada. Kozue is everything, and she straight up hits on the... She does hit on the MC a lot. I think we should just, like, date her. I think she should be, like, a secret love interest. She's much better than Hokuto. For sure. Let's see. It's on a totally different level of ours. It was my workplace, yet I still got lost more times than I could count at first.
そんなに広いの？でも確かに、まず土地の広さから違うものね。
I suppose everything's bigger in Canada? I don't think that's ever anything I've ever heard in my life. Is that true? Are there any folks from Canada in the chat? If you are, please let us know. Is everything bigger in Canada? Because interesting if it is true. You're not wrong. But I learned a lot from it because of that. They had a ton of rare plants there too, so it felt like every day was a new discovery.
そういう話を聞くと、私も花の勉強しに行ってみたくなるわ。
Aww. Turning to look at the new arrival, I saw that a man had just walked into the shop. Must be a customer. Gesturing with my eyes that we should cut our talk short, Kozue instead waved him down.
お疲れ様、ちかちゃん。
Oh, he's fine. He's cute.
お疲れ様っす。お客さんですか？
He's really cute too.
そうよ。あなたは初めて会うわよね。この子はアルバイトの宇津木千佳氏。
Aww. I love his eyebrows. They're like they're like that one character from Haikyuu. The one who's on like Fukurodani, I think it is. No, not Fukurodani. He looks kind of like what's his name from Nakoma, the setter. He looks like the setter from Nakoma. I can't remember. Not Kenma. I mean the other one. What's his name? Or not the setter. He's the libero. What is his name? God, what is his name? It's a guy that they ship with Lev a lot. Yeah. What's his name? God, I'm gonna remember it and I'm gonna be so mad. Yaku! Yaku! He looks kind of like him, but with pink hair instead of blonde. I haven't been to Canada, but I was always told they were on like European sizes of things. Oh, interesting. Huh. I'll have to look that up later. I never thought about it that way, but huh. I guess compared to like portion sizes and stuff in Japan, it would seem bigger. So that does make sense.
どうもっす。
He's so cute. I'm good, thank you. My name is Miku Yuki Hira.
これ、彼女からいただいたのよ。スタッフルームに置いてきてくれる？後でみんなで食べましょう。
Ooh, snacks.
いいっすか？
Yes, I got there in the end, Ritsu. Thank you so much. Yaku. He kind of looks like Yaku.
わあ、メープルクッキーじゃん。うまそう。ありがとうございます。
Okay, you know what? Now I'm gonna look. He looks like Yaku. Yaku. Oops. If I can spell it right. Yaku. Hi. Q. Yeah, he looks kind of like him. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's just this. Let's see. Save image. Okay, let me see. Or maybe it's just me. I think he looks like Yaku. So tiny. Does he kind of look like Yaku a little bit? I think it's maybe just the eyebrows for me. Maybe it's just the eyebrows. I'm wrong. It's just the eyebrows that I'm remembering because it's like, you see, they've got that same, like, they're big on the inside and then they just kind of taper off into nothingness. Well, moving on. I hope you like how they taste.
めっちゃいい匂いするから絶対うまいっすよ。楽しみ。
Nice. Utsugi took the bag from Kozue before bowing his head to me and vanishing into the back of the shop. Utsugi seems very cheerful and energetic. He must be a good kid.
元気すぎるくらいよ。ちょうどあなたが向こうに行っちゃった後くらいにバイトで入ったの。
Aw, he's too genki. Tsubakino was full of colleges and trade schools, so there were plenty of students who worked part-time in the area after school. Apparently, Utsugi was one such student. From what I heard, only a small number of the students who worked here part-time 2 years ago were still working here. Guess it makes sense that most people would quit the closer they get to graduation. That's what I did. I definitely quit working at Barnes & Noble when I was about to graduate from Howard. I hated that place. That just goes to show how much can change in 2 years. Like the neighborhood getting a new convenience store, or your neighbor's puppy getting fully grown, or my old room becoming a glorified storage unit for my folks. Yeah, they really turned my room into that. My mom did the same thing to me. My bedroom when I graduated from high school became my mom's like office / workout room. It's crazy. I did not have a bedroom anymore, and I hadn't even moved out yet. I just graduated. Given the excuse that they thought I'd only come back after 3 years, they converted it into their personal closet. I mean, you're grown and you were gone. That's fair. It wasn't a very big apartment, so it did make some sense to get use out of a room that wouldn't be used for years. My return to Japan was pretty last minute, but I only have myself to blame for not telling them about it earlier. When I told this to Kozue, she furrowed her brows and laughed bitterly, saying, "Sounds about right."
私も一人暮らしをするようになってから久しぶりに実家へ帰ったら物置にされてたわ。
I love that this is a relatable experience. Like, we've all just been moved out of our rooms once we left home. Like, parents said bye. Guess that kind of thing happens in every family, huh?
でも今その状態だと片付け大変じゃない？
Kinda. It is. That's why I feel like I should use this as an opportunity to move out on my own, too. The truth is, I'd already started looking for my own place the day after I got back. I thought it would be a good chance to turn my life around. Where do you think would be a good place to live around this area?
そうね。椿野もいいところだと思うけど。
But I was considering it at first, but it'd be a bit awkward having my workplace and living space so close, you know? Honestly, I would like to live closer to my job. I live uncomfortably close to my job because I work from home, but when I did go to an office, I did wish that my house was closer to where I worked because it cut down on my commute.
わかるわ。他に条件は？
Well, since I'm moving, I'd love to shorten my commute as well. Oh, and I'd love to have a wonderful flower shop like Phil Flower nearby too. Hearing me say that, Kozue said, as if she just remembered something.
隣駅の桜が森がいいんじゃないかしら。
Really? Sakura Gamori? I think I said that right. Did I say that right? Oh my god.
そう。駅前にうちの支店があるの。知ってる？
Mm-mm. Yeah, I have, but the Tsubakino branch is where I do most of my flower shopping, so I haven't stopped by.
実は最近改装してリニューアルしたのよ。店内もすごく綺麗になってね。
So, one thing that the game does do, the routes aren't necessarily like connected because they focus on each couple. But depending on certain routes will reference things that happened in other routes. So the flower shop getting refurbished is something that's a plot point in Genosuke's route. But it's already happened in Tenya's route. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, they just rebranded the shop as an afterthought kind of thing. So it's really cool to kind of play through the different routes and see these callbacks to the different, the other routes that you could play as well.
うちの店舗で扱っていない商品も結構入れてるの。だから一度行ってみたらどうかしら。
Okay.
家を探すならまずはその地域の雰囲気を知っておいた方がいいもの。
Aw, thank you. You have a point.
駅前に商店街が伸びてるんだけど、賑やかで買い物にも便利よ。
Okay, let's go. I'd always passed it on my train to work, so I'd never really been there before though. It's close to work and has a mall. It even has a Phil Flower branch, so it's basically perfect. Just then, my eyes happened to meet the ticking hands of the clock on the shop's wall. Sorry for staying so long. I should be going.
気にしなくていいのに。またいつでも遊びに来てね。
Aw, thank you. I will. Well, see you. Bowing my head in goodbye, I left Phil Flower behind me. Sakura Gormori. Yeah, let me add that to my list of possibilities. It was the first Saturday of September. I was busy watering the plants and wiping the sweat off my brow before the botanical garden's opening. It's still so hot. Buildings that let in lots of sunlight may be good for plants, but there are times they aren't so good for people. Despite the heat, when I looked at the healthily growing plants I was raising, I forgot all about my pooling sweat. I could never work at a botanical garden, let alone work outside. I sweat immediately. Like when the temperature hits like 65, that is it. My body's like, it's too hot. Go inside. I couldn't do it. Good morning. How are you all doing this fine morn, eh? This fine morn? Talking to them as if they were my babies, I checked on the condition of each plant I was in charge of. I also do not have a green thumb, so I would kill every plant in this place. They would all die horrible, horrible deaths, and it would be so sad. If any of them were to get sick, they would affect the plants around them as well. Showing off plants isn't the only responsibility a botanical garden has. Since we also conserve rare plants, it was vital that we check them over closely each and every day. Good morning. You sure are lovely again today, now aren't you? Imagine if somebody walked up on her, baby talking to these plants. Right around that time, I was just finishing up my checkups on the plants. A bell chimed, signaling it was time for the garden to open. In a moment, the building will fill with a stream of customers, and I'll be surrounded by people. With my morning tasks at a reasonable stopping point, I moved on to the next item on my to-do list.
おはよう。どうだった？
Hey, female colleague number one. When I got to my next destination, I traded updates with a coworker who was checking other plants. Morning. Nothing to report on my end.
こうしてお互い確認し合って初めてちょっと安心するよね。
Aw. She's happy to have us back. Glad to hear it.
よし。今日は午後休だったよね。植え付け早めに終わらせよっか。
Aw. Nodding in agreement, I started prepping a big planter, some potting stones, and some soil.
あなた家探し中なんでしょ？どう？進んでる？
It's been alright. Actually, I'm taking the afternoon off to go look at a place today.
そっか、これで決まるといいね。
I went apartment hunting during the pandemic, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I forgot just how exhausting looking for a new apartment can be. I was overwhelmed. First off, there was a pandemic going on, so I was just like trying to duck and dodge COVID. And then, you know, trying to find a place that would actually do tours during a pandemic was crazy. I went to one where this guy clearly looked diseased. This man had like red runny eyes. He was sniffling and coughing up stuff. It was gross. I went into the apartment with him and then I ran back out. I said, absolutely not. This is just unsafe. There were a lot of like self-guided tours and virtual tours for apartments. But it was really hard to pick one without actually physically seeing it. And I managed to luck out and find the one that I'm in now in DC. And I've just been here ever since. So I know how this could be. Oof.
にしても、帰国して早々引っ越しなんて大変じゃない？
Yeah. At my awkward trailing laugh, the girl suddenly clapped her hands as if remembering something.
あ、今日提出の書類忘れてた。
Oh, documents. What?
どうしよう。あれ出さないと絶対課長に怒られるやつだ。
Oh no! Seeing her panic, I took a quick glance at the work I was doing before letting out a laugh to break her tension. Then you better go handle that now instead.
でも、午前中まででしょ？
Right. I can plan all of these by myself. Don't worry.
ありがたいけど、本当に大丈夫？
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, of course. Now come on. Get going already.
そうだね。ごめんね。ありがとう。
Aw. Bye. Watching my coworker trot away, I let out a barely audible sigh. I said it again. Saying I've got it was my bad habit. But it wasn't just on reflex. I really did want to help out my coworkers. Could not be me. All right, time to get planting. Wait. Oh my gosh. I don't know why that's so funny, but it's like time to get planting. Gotta get hoeing out in those fields. Like, girl. After really putting my back into it, the saplings were all neatly arranged on the table. To be honest, it was a lot to plant all by myself, but I didn't mind doing it since this was what I love to do. I want everybody to see how beautiful you guys are next year. The saplings I was conversing to while placing them in the planter were nandinas. Bearing small fruits that looked like tiny red beads, it was an indispensable good luck charm in the New Year's in Japan. This was all to prepare for our New Year's decorations we would place in the garden entryway for the holiday. While the nandina is appreciated for the red fruits it grows, from the rainy season into summer, it also grows white flowers. Its tiny white flowers were so cute. They were one of my favorites. They also have a gentle, sweet smell. We were already long past their growing season, so they didn't have any flowers now. But then I thought of those white flowers and their sweet scent. I was taken aback to my high school years on one particular summer day. And of course, the face of one of my then classmates also sprang to mind. I wonder how Minami is doing now. Oh, sepia tones, the flashback. That was the name of a boy from the same homeroom class in my second year of high school. We'd only truly had one real conversation with one another. That had been on just one single day during summer vacation. But for me, that brief moment on that day had become a memory I could never forget.
でも、
Ooh.
お前の大丈夫って、大丈夫じゃないんだろ。
Sounds hot. I forgot how good his voice was. Oh my gosh. Minami's voice echoed in my mind. Those words weighed heavily on my heart, but I desperately tried to deny his words. I'm okay. I really am. I'll make it okay anyway. Taking a deep breath to calm myself, I felt the scent of the soil and fresh greenery around me enter my lungs. Then I narrowed my eyes to take a look up at the clear autumn sky. I love these transitions. They're like white smoke, just... Actually, I feel like... Is the audio okay with you guys? Or is the music of the game too low? Let me know. Phew. I'm so glad that worked out. In comparison to this morning, my heart felt unbelievably light. The planting went a little long, but I still made it in time for my meeting with the realtor. The apartment I'd gone to check out had been even better than the pictures. The surrounding area also more than met my expectations, so I signed the contract right on the spot. There was no reason to wait since everything was going so smoothly. I even decided my move-in date, so now all I had to do was pack up my things. With this, my commute will be easier, and I won't have to curl up in a ball on my bed anymore to sleep around all the stuff. That reminds me, since I was living in a share house back in Canada, this will be my first time ever living alone. Living in a share house with people from all over the world had been fun, and certainly lively. But if I had to be honest, living with others did get tiring. That's why I dreamed of living on my own someday. Realizing that wish would finally come true was thrilling beyond compare. I feel like this is so low. I don't know why. I feel like the audio is so low. You make sure everything is like up. Yeah, everything's fine. I don't know why. I just feel like it's low. Maybe it's just me. But still, Sakura Gamori's shopping mall really is as bustling as Kozue made it out to be. It's so nice here. Also, thank you for the hydrate, Snow Monkey. How are you? I don't know why I did that right in my mic. I'm also gonna stretch. Everybody stretch. Reach up, reach for the sky. Wiggle your fingers. They're the leaves reaching for the sun to photosynthesize. Reach, reach. Now we're gonna stretch to the left. Ow, ow. If it doesn't hurt, you're not doing it right. Now let's go to the left. Stretch. Ow. All right, that's enough stretching. We're not doing that again. You're lurking while you're at work. Well, I hope work goes well for you. It's not too crazy. That you're having a really good day today. All right, there are a ton of stores around. So as long as I stop by here, I can probably find anything I would ever need. You know what? You're rude. Just so mean to me today, Ken. Thank you. Appreciate it. There are a ton of stores around, so as long... Okay, we did that. Thinking it was a waste I hadn't ever come here sooner, I glanced in all directions around me as I walked. Just then, a familiar sign popped into view. Phil Flower. Oh, it's Phil Flower! Before me was the Sakura Gamori Phil Flower branch that Kozue had told me about. The flowers lined up in their vases seemed to be growing quite well, even just by looking at a distance. I should use this as a chance to buy something to celebrate deciding where to move. Practically skipping in my chair, I headed towards Phil Flower. I wonder what I should get. It's a bit early, but maybe I should go with a fall flower like Noreen or something.
あ、いらっしゃいませ。
Baby boy! I love you, but I can't romance you right now. Next time. As I entered the shop, the cheerful voice of a staff member met my ears. But as I was listening to his welcome, my eyes had already started scanning the vicinity. Maybe it was because I'd come before the rush hour of people heading home, but it was only me and the male staff member inside. Thanks to that, I was able to peruse the flowers at my leisure. She told me they just finished refurbishing the inside, but even still, this is a totally different vibe from the Tsubakino branch. But just like Kozue said, they have a ton of varieties here. They even have more houseplants than Tsubakino does.
俺接客するんで、天夜さんは休憩入っちゃってください。
Aw.
ありがとな。
Oh my god, I love his voice. I thought they would only have a bit on display, but with this much variety, I didn't even know where to look. Oh, dahlias. These have large petals and are so pretty. This type is lovely too. They even have a lot of colors available for a coxcomb. They're all so vibrant. Seeing all the flowers available, I couldn't help but get excited. However, I didn't see any Narine. Maybe they don't have any. Just as I thought that, this tall staff member rushed to my side.
お客様、何かお探しですか？
Yes. Oh yes, I was just wondering if you had any Narine here. Hearing my request, the staff member took a brief look around the shelves before giving me a slightly troubled smile.
ネリネですね。確認してくるので少々お待ちください。
He doesn't know what they are. Poor baby. Thank you very much. He leapt for the register and began asking questions to another member of the staff. They may not have any in stock. If that's the case, guess I'll go for something else. After a minute or two, the other staff member approached me instead.
いらっしゃいませ。
Oh my god, baby boy! Hi!
お探しのネリネですが、うちでは10月上旬の入荷予定となっています。
Aw.
申し訳ございません。
Next time. Oh, not at all. I thought it might be a little too early. So I was right. They don't have it. Time to pick a different flower, but I have no clue what to choose. The dahlias from earlier were good though. If I surrounded them with some big leaves in a bouquet. Seeing how deep in thought I was over which flower to choose, I felt the new staff member let out a small chuckle next to me.
代わりに、こちらのダリアはどうですか？
Oh my god, you read my mind. Oh, yes, then I'll take the dahlia.
それ、学校の花壇で委員長が育ててたのと同じ種類のやつなんだけど。
That's an odd thing to bring up to a complete stranger that you just met. Like, you know, the class president from high school, she loved dahlias. Crazy. Never thought I'd meet another person who liked dahlias. Wait, what? At the unexpected words, I panicked and turned to look behind me.
あ、やっとこっち見た。
I love him so much. Oh my god. He's like, he finally looked at me, but he's so short. He barely comes above the text box. Am I dreaming? Could it be? Okay, which choice, guys? Which choice are we gonna go with? Could it be? He's looking up at you. That's crazy. That is diabolical. Okay. Am I dreaming? Actually, let me look. I said I wasn't gonna use the guy, but now I'm curious. What is the right choice? We're gonna go with what y'all said, but okay.
覚えてない。
No, I don't know who you are. Stranger danger. But it just can't be him. Can it? No, they're not. It really doesn't matter what choices you make in this game. To be honest. When he saw me frozen in disbelief, he furrowed his brows, seemingly disappointed.
まあ、あんま喋ったことなかったもんな。
Oh my god, he remembered us. We don't, but he definitely was like, I remember every breath that you took, every word you spoke to me, every way the light shined on every follicle of your hair. Like, he was studying us back in high school. No, that's not it. I was just surprised to see you. Now I'm about to start singing every breath you take. She did. She said his whole government name. It's just like... It's Minami, right? We were in the same class in our second year of high school. Your second year? It's not even your first or third. It's not even an iconic year. It's the second year. Must have been a memorable experience.
そう。よかった。覚えててくれて。
Oh, yeah, I remember you. How could I forget? Those bedroom eyes. Those long scruffy bangs. How could I forget that? Though his expression had hardly changed, it felt like there was now a hint of relief on his features. Minami narrowed his eyes, seeming nostalgic. On the other hand, I couldn't even pretend to hide my shock at our sudden reunion.
久しぶり。
Okay, first we need to figure out how to hide stuff. Let's see. Keyboard manual. There we go. Let's see. Toggle, 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 toggle. Skip, 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 skip. Move cursor. It doesn't tell me. How do I hide the text? Please check operations not listed above in the instructions provided in each screen. What? Oh, wait. Pad manual, system. How do you hide it then? Escape, toggle. Oh, wait, there we go. Spacebar. Got it. I can read. I figured it out. Boop. This is one of my favorite CGs. It's so pretty. Like, look at how colorful everything is. And the way that they're looking at each other. It's beautiful. I love it. Okay. Yeah, it really has. It was only just today that I suddenly remembered him. I never would have dreamed I'd actually run into him the same day. My heart rate, it's beating a mile a minute right now. Placing a hand over my thumping heart, I tried to calm myself down in my head. I couldn't tell if he caught on to my distress or not, but Minami continued the conversation as he stood beside me.
委員長、少し印象変わってて、すぐ気づけなかった。でも会えて嬉しい。
He never forgot about us. What? He's happy to see me? Minami of all people? Why? I was so shocked by the unexpected words, my voice caught in my throat. I threw him a glance to see if he'd noticed my shock, but Minami's expression hadn't changed. I'm sure there's no deeper meaning to it. He's probably just glad to have run into an old classmate.
仕事帰り。
Why is he pouting? Oh. Yeah, I wanted to stretch my legs a bit today, so I decided to walk around Sakura Gamori. When I get nervous, my mouth just keeps chattering away to the point I'll say anything and everything that comes to mind. So this means Minami works here, doesn't he? Doesn't it? I never would have thought he was so close this whole time. He even works at a Phil Flower of all places. Just as I was once again reeling from how small the world truly was, what Minami said next left me even more down for the count.
なあ、この後時間ある。俺もうすぐ仕事上がるんだ。飲みに行こう。
It's a date! He asked me out! Yes, yes, I'm free. I'm free and single. Let's go. What? What?
ダメ。なんか予定あった。
Look at how he's pouting. He's like, oh, you don't want to go out with me? Don't say no to this man. Say yes. Seeing his head lower in disappointment, there was no way I could turn him down. That's right. It's not that. I don't have any plans.
じゃあ決まり。
Look at how happy he is when we said yes. This isn't me being punked, is it? This is real, right? Why is Minami of all people inviting me out for a drink? That unanswerable question began to loop inside my head. But as if to blow those worries away, Minami had even called me by my old nickname, Class Prez.
こっちから誘っておいて悪い。先にどっか適当に店入って待ってて。
Aw.
終わったらすぐ行く。
He is so smooth. This man just asked us out on a date and was like, okay, you pick the place. Just let me know and I'll be there. Okay, sure. Are you alright with a place by the station?
平気。あ、連絡先交換しといた方がいいよな。
And not him getting the digits, too. This man is real slick. He's like, I'm gonna need your number, too. As he said so, he immediately whipped out his phone from his apron pocket and began tapping away. He then pointed his screen towards me, flashing me the messaging app he used.
これ、俺の ID。
Nice. Thanks. Just wait a sec. I quickly pulled up the same app and read his code. My screen was now showing me Minami's name and icon. Oh, it's a cat. How cute. I added you. Did you get it?
ありがとう。こっちにも来た。店決めたら連絡よろしく。
I'd be like, hi. Sure thing.
じゃあ、また後でな。
Oh, bye. Yeah, later. I was so flustered I ended up just repeating his own words back to me, or back to him. Lowering my head slightly in a bow, I left Phil Flower. Once I left the shop, I was met with an already darkened sky. Dang, how long were they talking for? Let's see. What's a place nearby that looks like they serve alcohol? Scanning the area left and right, I softly placed my hand across my chest. My heart was still pounding. Not only did I reunite with Minami, but we were about to go drinking together. This can't be real. All of it was so out of left field. I couldn't wrap my mind around it. My shock aside, I never would have expected Minami to be working at a flower shop. The Minami of my memories was still nothing but a high schooler. He'd never even shown the slightest interest in flowers. He hadn't even known the names of any flowers back then. Why was that anyway? I wanted to ask him about it. That was the simplest desire that began to stir in my heart. Just then I heard the ping of a message notification. Looking down at my phone, I saw it was from Minami. Underneath my looking forward to it stamp, he'd simply sent me too. It was just 2 words, but the simplicity alone was just like him. He's grown up a ton since back then. How do you know? You just talked for like 2 seconds. It's like in Hamilton when Angelica is like talking about how she just like met with Hamilton. She's like, what was it, 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes. Everything we said in total agreement or whatever she says. But like they just like talked for like 2 seconds and she's like, oh my God, he's so mature and he's just grown up so much. Like he's such a different person now. Oh, this girl is so funny. Without realizing, I felt myself let out a small giggle. Wait, a restaurant. I still haven't found one. Walking a little further, I spotted a casual bar that seemed to fit the bill. It'd be like that when you down bad, that's true. Everything on the menu out front looks good, so I guess I'll pick this place. Climbing the stairs up to the restaurant itself, all I could think about was Minami. Being a bit of a bad boy amongst his peers, he'd also stood out because of his good looks. He was a bad boy in high school. So funny. My classmate, Minami. Why would he of all people decide to work at a flower shop of all things? What's he been up to since we graduated? The questions I wanted to ask him just kept piling up. I couldn't hold back my excitement at all. Yes! Chapter 2, one and only, let's go! Hey! Hey, what's good? Yes, we are playing Him the Smileandbloom, and we're on chapter 2. I had everybody vote on which route we would do since I've already played the game, and everyone voted for Minami, Tenya. We're gonna be playing Tenya's route, and he just invited us on a date. He is actually our classmate from high school, and we talked to him like once in high school, and it was such an unforgettable experience, and we have been reunited, and he immediately asked us on a date. So now we're at the restaurant waiting for him to meet us. He works at a flower shop, Phil Flower, and he's hot. Yes, a date. A date, a date, a date. You came at the right time. All right. I opened the door to the bar, and a staff member immediately came to greet me. You're kind of nervous? Oh my gosh, I hope it goes well for you. I hope it goes well for you. I hope it's wonderful. I hope it's fun. All right. I opened the door to the bar, and a staff member immediately came to greet me.
いらっしゃいませ。何名様でしょうか。
30 people. Oh, two. The other person will be coming later.
かしこまりました。お席ご案内します。
Thank you. Normally, I would never dare to enter a bar alone, but I could go inside like it was nothing, knowing I'd soon be accompanied by a date. I sat in the seat I was led to and opened up the menu. Where is the entree that was written on the menu outside? Oh, there it is. I wanted to get this for sure. It had been a while since I'd gotten back, but I was still craving Japanese food. Dashimaki egg rolls sound good. I should also get... I wonder what kind of food Minami likes. This place seems to mostly serve yakitori, though. I chose a few dishes that piqued my interest and went ahead and ordered. Oh, I thought you were in a date. My bad. No. No, yes, we are all about to be awkward and nervous on this date together. It's gonna be great. She is very awkward, though. I will say that. I'll just tell him that I can eat whatever he doesn't like. In response to my message telling him the bar's name and location, he replied with, I'm just on my way out now. It doesn't take that long to walk here from Phil Flower, so he should be here any minute.
いらっしゃいませ。何名様でしょうか。
待ち合わせです。
Okay. Hey, baby, he's on time, too.
お待ち合わせのお客様、いらっしゃいました。
At the employee's shout, I looked up. When I did, I saw Minami looking around the restaurant from the entrance. Minami!
いた。
Oh my god! Look at how comfy he looks in that sweater! I want his sweater! Oh my god, he's so freaking cute! I just love the long sleeves! Like, look at him! He looks so comfy and cozy! Like, I could just crawl into his sweater and just live in there like a weirdo. Oh my god, I love him. He's just so adorable. I love him. He's my favorite route in this game, so I'm like super excited to play this on stream. After raising my hand to signal where I was, our eyes locked and he rushed over to sit across from me.
お待たせ。
He's so sweet. Look at his smile. He's just so happy. Oh, don't worry. I only just got here. You must be hungry though, since you just got off work.
お疲れ様。
Yeah, he's hungry. He's hungry for you, sis. Want to order anything?
委員長は何飲んでんの？
I don't know. I didn't order a drink yet. A beer. Ooh, okay, girl. Pointing over to the glass of beer that I just received, Minami's eyes widened in a look of surprise I'd never seen from him.
へえ、酒飲めるのか。じゃあ、俺も。
We're adults. Of course I drink.
つか、泡消えてんじゃん。先に飲んでていいって ちゃんと言えばよかったな。
I don't like beer. Does it really matter if the foam is gone on a beer? I don't know. It's no big deal. I just felt bad having the table empty, so I ordered a few things as well. Maybe it was the bustling bar atmosphere, but I was shockingly able to talk without getting sheepish.
そっか。あ、食べるもん先に頼んでくれたって。
Yes, that's what it means. Yeah, I just ordered randomly though. Is that okay? Also, I may have ordered too much.
平気。好き嫌いないし。
Aw.
ここの居酒屋何頼んでもうまいから。
This man does not care. It probably goes flat like soda when the foam's gone. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody who drinks beer, tell me, because I don't like beer at all. So you come here often?
職場の人とたまに。
Yes. This is the same restaurant. They had an intervention for Hokuto. And I still don't think that was public enough. Man is a whole fool. Just as I said, I see a waiter passed us by.
あ、すみません。ビール一つお願いします。
I thought beer is an English word, but it's fine.
かしこまりました。
It's not bad if your beer doesn't have foam anymore, but it means it waited some time. Okay. Thank you for the clarification. Dada. I can't pronounce your name. Dodd. I'm gonna say Dodd. Or you can correct me in the chat. As the waiter hurried off, Minami placed the paper bag he'd been holding on the table.
忘れないうちにこれ
Oh, he brought us a gift? This is for me?
さっき店にあったダリア
Aww.
ネリネの代わりに。
He got us the flowers. No, don't be sorry for your name. As he said this, Minami reached into the paper bag and handed me a bouquet. Oh my god, he brought us flowers. I hate flowers, but thank you. Along with the dahlias I'd seen in the shop, it also had panicum and smoke tree on either side. Okay, we're gonna look these up. I don't know what the hell those are. Let's see. Is it on page 1? Nope, it's not. The really sucky part is you have to like look for them because you can't like search the names. Oh, those are pretty. Look at them. They sparkle. Fragile youth going up in smoke. Wow, that's crazy. Those are the dahlias. What was the other one? Tree something. Oh, it was this one. Panicum. It's like baby's breath. Frankness. Huh, nice. Let's see. Tweedia. Mimosas we've already seen. Let me look at that again. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, that's cute. Huh. But I didn't pay for these.
迷惑じゃなければ受け取って。再会の記念。
So, okay. So with Tenya and Miku, I forgot her name. They actually were classmates in high school, but she said earlier they didn't really talk or hang out. Like she was the class president and he was kind of a bad boy. So they only met once during summer break. And that was the only conversation they had, but it must have been so meaningful that like 30 years later, they are still excited to meet each other again. Right, it's a reunion, it's a reconnection. She went to the flower shop because she recently came back to Japan. She was working in Canada. And she recently came back to Japan and she's looking for an apartment. And while she was looking, she stopped by the flower shop that's nearby and he works there. And that's how they reconnected. So yes, there is a childhood friendship route in this game. It's Hokuto and Fuka, but I hate Hokuto. So 10 out of 10, do not recommend. But I love Fuka. Fuka is great. Hokuto is just a piece of trash. Like, man belongs under the bus, like all the way under the bus. Like, hell is not good enough. And I say that with a smile because I am pretty comfortable in my hatred of Hokuto. No, I feel guilty now. Thanks. All right. Which choice should we go with, guys? You read the review. You saw you didn't like them. Yeah. I like Fuka. I love Fuka. Fuka is fantastic. I hate Hokuto. Let me be clear. Hokuto's trash. Fuka's fantastic. She could do better. But, Tenya's route is actually my favorite in the whole game. So I love him. But for the chat, because y'all are helping me play this game. We're not using a walkthrough. So, which choice should we go with? Oh no, I feel guilty now because I'm taking a free gift, or thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. There is a wrong answer. Yes, okay. Thanks. Thank him like a real person, right? Don't be weird. Okay. Thanks. To celebrate seeing each other again? I was so happy to hear those words, I reached out my hand to take them without even thinking. Thanks, they're beautiful. The dahlias Minami handed to me bore the most mesmerizing red petals. They were absolutely gorgeous. Their voluminous buds looked just like garnets. They're so cute. The corners of my lips naturally curved into a warm smile. I realized that Minami was staring at me from across the table as I did so. Of course he is. This man is horny. That's why he's staring at her. He wants to take a bite. His expression was so gentle. I felt my cheeks grow red hot. Looking away quickly in a panic, I placed the bouquet back in the bag. I'll put these somewhere nice.
ありがとう。
Oh my god, look at how happy he is. He's so excited. I should have been the one thanking him, yet for some reason he was thanking me.
今日いきなり誘ったのに OK してくれてありがとう。
Of course, why would I say no? Oh no, you didn't have to thank me. I was a little surprised, but I had time.
そういうとこ変わってないんだな。
Oh my god, do you see it? He's blushing! He looks so cute. Huh?
いや、なんでもない。
I couldn't read Minami's expression at all as he continued to talk. But our conversation was flowing without any awkward pauses or anything.
でも平気だったか。男と二人きりで飲みなんて。
It's you though, you're not just some guy.
恋人嫌がるだろ。
Not him subtly trying to pry and see if we have a boyfriend. He's like, your boyfriend wouldn't like it, right? I don't have a boyfriend. Yet. At the word boyfriend, I spat out my drink. Girl. Oh my god, boyfriend, what? Like I'd have a boyfriend. As soon as those words left my mouth, I realized there was no reason to deny it so desperately. Girl is thirsty in more ways than one. I'm sure he'd only said that to be polite anyway. Or so I thought.
そっか。いないのか。
Oh my
よかった。
god. Look at him. He is like blushing heavy. He said it with such relief, I was completely thrown for a loop. Wait, was he seriously wondering if I was single or not? As I shook my head, pushing the thought away, as if. Just then, the waiter brought out Minami's beer.
お待たせしました。ビールのお客様。
あ、ビール俺です。どうも。じゃあ、乾杯。
Kanpai! As Minami raised his glass, I raised mine too, clinking them together. As soon as our glasses left each other, Minami immediately placed his lips to his beer and gulped it down. Okay. I've played a lot of Otome games, and sometimes I feel like some of the text is just unnecessary. I understand it's a visual novel, so they have to paint a picture with the words, but like, why do we care that he took this much effort to put his lips on a glass of beer? Bro, he drank the beer. Just say he drank the beer. Minami immediately placed his lips to his beer and gulped it down. He drank the beer. You don't need that many words for this. There are other things that need more descriptors, but this one did not need to be it. That's just so funny. They want you super immersed. Exactly. Like, what are we doing? Seeing you chug a beer like that makes me realize you really are an adult now. Gotta picture his thin lips on the rim of that cold glass of beer. His tongue darting out to lick at the bubbles. Like, bro, what are we doing? Unless you're gonna give me details like that, I don't really care.
そういう委員長だって酒飲んでるし、大人になったのはお互い一緒。
Oh, they're adults now. Guess you got me there. I couldn't hold back my laughter at still being called class prez in a bar of all places. But Minami tilted his head as though perplexed.
なんで笑ってんの？
Nobody calls me that anymore. I'm grown. You said lip service. Okay, look at this man's lips. They are not they're not full. They're not big. They're just thin lips. He's got a small mouth, okay? Tiny lips. Lip service. I cannot. So hey, Umbra, what's good? Because Minami, you've been calling me class prez this whole time.
あ、そっか。もう委員長じゃないもんな。悪い。気をつける。
No, don't stop calling me that. Oh, he's so distressed. Poor baby. No, I didn't say you had to stop. I just had a stupid thought. Like, okay, this is a dumb thought. Let me have it. But like, I just thought, like, he calls her class prez. Like, imagine they're in bed and he's like, yeah, class prez. Like, that's the name he uses for her in bed. He just calls her class prez. So awkward. Oh my god. Like, that's his pet name, class prez. Well, then would he be like the naughtiest student getting disciplined by the class president in that scenario, or what? You knew I'd say it. I'm glad you did. Like, I'm glad that y'all know me well enough. I just was thinking you've really always viewed me as the class president then, huh?
そうかもな。お前のこと名字でも呼んだことなかった。
Don't call me by my last name now. I don't like it. Being called by my last name out of nowhere made my heart skip a beat. I was getting embarrassed by how much such simple things were affecting me.
料理も来たな。
Thank you. With impeccable timing, the waiter arrived with our plates of food and smaller plates to share with, placing them all on the table.
枝豆に唐揚げ。あ、この豆腐のサラダ好き。
Not us already knowing what food he likes. That's a big coincidence. There's still yakitori and dashimaki egg rolls on the way too.
結構頼んだんだな。腹いっぱいになりそう。
He's gonna be full. I'm glad he's eating a good meal. I breathed a sigh of relief at his cheerful tone. Lately, I've just been really craving Japanese food. I just couldn't narrow it down since I wanted to try them all.
最近？前は洋食ばっかだったってこと？
He's like, what a fact I didn't know about you? Oh no. Oh, actually, I've been living in Canada for a while. Only just recently got back.
留学？
No. No, for work. I work at a botanical garden, and they picked me to be their coordinator for international relations overseas. That's impressive, actually. I was over at a botanical garden in Canada for 2 years, and only just came back to Japan last month.
そりゃ会えないわけだ。
Was he looking for us? Because it sounds like he was looking for us, actively. As Minami whispered something to himself, he placed a dashimaki egg roll to his lips. What is with the food porn, literally? Minami, have you been working at Phil Flower this whole time? That's so cool. I'm always going to the Phil Flower in Tsubaki no branch. Wait. I'm always going to the Phil Flower Tsubaki no branch. I'm a total regular there. Minami's barely audible gasp of shock made it seem like he'd received a sudden punch in the gut. You said you don't mind, you love Food Wars. I do as well. Just, I don't think I can stream Food Wars, the Otome. Like, I feel like that would get me banned from Twitch. just a thought. It was as though he'd been struck by a bolt of lightning or something. Well, my work is really close to the Tsubakino branch, so...
マジか。
Yeah, do you know the shop's manager? She's Kozue Arisawa. We're really good friends. She even told me that the Sakura Gamori branch store had been refurbished recently, that I should check it out.
そっか。よかった。
Oh my god, look at his face! How could someone look so friggin' perfect? Like, look at him, he's so pouty, and he's blushing, and he's just got his little long, stupid, big sweater sleeve in front of his face. I just want to, like, pet his head and feed him cookies. Like, oh my gosh. If they made a Tenya plushie, I would buy the heck out of it. It would be so friggin' cute. Like, look at this. Oh my god. With a complicated expression on his face. Minami finally gave a satisfied nod. I also decided to use the opportunity of coming back to Japan to move out on my own. At Kozue's recommendation, I looked into a bunch of apartments around here and decided on one today.
ってことは、この町に住む。
Mm-hmm. We live real close. Yeah, that word sure is nice, huh? The shopping mall is full of things to do, and there's even a Phil Flower.
俺もいる。
Yo! This man is bold. He said, and I'm here too. Don't forget about that. Most important part, I'm here. Me. I love how forward he is. Most of the time, these characters will be like, oh, I can't let her know that I like her. I gotta pretend like I don't. And he's like, nah, me. Choose me. Pick me. Not able to tell if that was a joke or not. I felt myself break into laughter again. He was not joking. Man was serious. Man was so serious. Yeah, that too. You're also here, Minami, man said. Me too. Also, look at how smug he looks. I just love his expressions. He looks so cute. Oh my goodness. Minami gave a pleased nod before happily taking another sip of his beer. Oh yeah, this man is on cloud 9. He is happy as hell. This really is strange. I can't believe I'm spending time like this with the grown-up Minami.
何？
You're an adult. You're hot. I just never thought I'd ever be out drinking with you like this. It's kind of moving. That's an interesting thing to say. It's very moving to be out with you like this. A movie is moving. A passage in a novel can be moving. A song can be moving. But just being outside with a guy is not a moving experience. It's an interesting experience. It's exciting, but moving is a weird choice. Awkward choice.
まあ、そう思うのもわかる。高校の時はお互いほとんど話したことなかったもんな。
No, but I'd like to get to know you more now. Yeah, so I was surprised you still remembered me.
覚えてるに決まってる。
Y'all catch that? The music stopped. You know it's serious when the music in an Otome game just stops completely. This man said, oh no, I remembered you. Music cuts. Okay. My bad. At the sudden force in his voice, my hand that was reaching for more food with my chopsticks suddenly stopped mid-air.
つか、忘れたことなんてない。あの時、初めてお前と話した時から、ずっと。
This man said, I ain't never forgot you, not once, not a moment. There has not been a second in any day that I have not thought about you. And that one time we talked in high school, that one single time we talked in high school. I shouldn't laugh. Yes, it's a flashback, sepia tone, for sure. What? It took me a minute to register what I just heard. Ever since. What he was referring to had to be the same day I was always drawn back to. that hot summer day that had only lasted mere hours. Over 7 years had passed since then. Good God. He has been holding a torch for her for 7 years based on one conversation. This must have been a mind-blowing conversation. He was just like, that is the one. It's her. I don't need anything else. She said hi, and that was it. I fell. This is definitely giving Angelica Schuyler and Hamilton vibes. Like, they had one conversation in a crowded ballroom, and next thing she knows, she's down bad. She's helpless, and his eyes are just helpless. And I realized 3 fundamental truths at the exact same time. Well, first off, she didn't have a sister, so there's no problems here.
だから卒業する前に連絡先聞いておかなかったの。後ですげえ後悔した。
Oh, she about to be satisfied. Don't worry, sis will be satisfied. But his biggest regret is never getting her phone number. Okay, I have a moment like this as well. This is a dumb moment, so don't clown me or nothing. But there was this guy. Okay, this is from elementary school. This is not from high school. This is from elementary school. I'm gonna clarify. But there's this guy in my elementary school who I always thought was cute, but I was a child and I was immature, so I was an idiot. So I absolutely was just a friggin' menace to this boy. Like, I tripped him up. I would challenge him to races and stuff. Like, I was just mean because I did not know what to do with my little tiny blurty feelings at the time. And so he probably hated my guts. Like, absolutely just thought I was the worst human being imaginable. But I had this raging, like, Helga Pataki crush on this man. I did not have a friggin' shrine to this man in my closet, because that would have been weird. But I definitely had a huge crush on this man. Boy. Back in the day. I don't know how to say it. And he was like, we had been through elementary school together, and like, we practically grew up together kind of thing, because it's like, I was that annoying kid who just would never leave him the hell alone. Anyway, and he would throw like daddy long legs and stuff at me. It was terrible. It was a great relationship. Romance for the ages. Anyway, so when we got to 5th grade, we were about to graduate from elementary school and go to middle school. He was moving. He was like leaving Georgia. He was moving somewhere else. And I remember spending that whole last day just like trying to think of ways to just like get to see him just one last time. Like, I had this like grand romantic thing in my head, like we would just bump into each other and then like the music would start and then I could tell him how I felt finally before he moved off to God knows fucking where. I was a dumb child. Have mercy on me. And I didn't actually get that moment. I did not see this guy this entire day. He moved to another state and I never actually got to say anything to him. I never got to tell him that I had a crush on him all those years and I was sorry for being a little shit. I never got to ask for his contact information. I never got to see him again. And it was just like the most devastating experience for little Blurty back then, because I always kind of regretted never actually saying anything or actually talking to him like a real person, like a human being. And it's the same vibe. It's the same energy as what's going on here. But like in this case, Tenya gets the opportunity to see her again. And he gets that opportunity to actually get her number and talk to her and tell her how he feels. Like, so I say all of this to say, you miss all the shots you don't take. So if you've been meaning to tell somebody something or say something or do something, do it. Do it before it's too late and they've moved to another state and you never see them again. I'm not gonna say that man's name out loud because it's not important. But, because I do still remember this man's entire name. Oh my God. This is dredging up feelings. Damn. If you're out there and you happen to be listening to my stream, I'm not gonna say your name, but you should know. You'll remember. I'm not dropping the full government name on a stream. Good God. The hopeless romantic energy of being a youth is so real, and I got it. Right. Like, this is the only thing I will say about this person other than their name, because I'm not telling their name. They had a hearing aid, and like they had like these big like their ears were big. We were kids, so of course, you know, some people they have to grow into their ears and stuff. So his ears were pretty big, and they like were a little out, and it was kind of like Will Smith a little bit. It was giving Will Smith energy, which says a lot about my taste as a child. But yeah, so he had like a hearing aid, and again, I was a menace. I was a terrible human being, so you can only imagine how that went. But yeah, he like had these big ears, and like even the teacher had said at one point that he had like Dumbo ears, which is only in Georgia will a teacher tell a child that they have big Dumbo ears, and that's just acceptable. But yeah, he was my first like real crush. Oh my God, he played saxophone too. We were in band together in 5th grade. He played saxophone, and again, he hated everything about me. I was a menace. He did not want anything to do with me because I was just a terrible person to him constantly. But that's okay. I was young and dumb, and I've learned my lessons. But yeah, it was definitely giving Helga and Arnold energy, like for real. Okay, moving on from my embarrassing childhood crush to Tenya and his high school crush, which is also equally embarrassing.
またきっとすぐに会えるなんて勇気出せない言い訳自分にして
I felt
ダ
that.
セえよな
This hits a little too close to home, Tenya. Can we not? I'm mad y'all picked this route now. Oh my gosh. There's nothing like young crushes. You always okay. Since I've said my embarrassing crush story, y'all now get to share. Share with me your embarrassing crush story. You can be as vague as you want. Hell, you can make it up if you want. But like, tell me about one crush that you had it when you were younger. Like, did it actually work out for you? Did it never work out? Do you still wonder what would have happened if you had said something? Oh man. And the thing is, I'll probably never run into this person again. Like, it'd be crazy if I did.
それに俺の周りお前とつながってるようなやつもいなくて人づてに聞くこともできなかったんだ
Nobody he knew had her information either. He asked and nobody knew.
だからさっきは逃したくなくて必死
I do love a man of action. I like that he was just like, I'm not going to let this moment pass by because I may never see you again. I'm gonna give you one. The guy I liked in middle school to freshman in high school is now a SoundCloud rapper, so... Shannon. Oh my God, Shannon. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That caught me off guard. I was not expecting that. Shannon, were they light-skinned? Were they light-skinned too, Shannon? Because I got questions. Oh. You said, of course they were light-skinned. I love that. I love that so much. Sometimes those SoundCloud rappers got that charm. That's true. I know he was. I just wanted to clarify, though. I just wanted to make sure. That's real, though. I don't know. That's real. I mean, I grew up in Georgia, in Atlanta. So I grew up around a lot of dudes who became SoundCloud rappers. So the novelty kind of wore off for me. When you see them every day, it doesn't appeal to you anymore. Okay. Thank you for sharing, Shannon. I appreciate your candor here. That's why I didn't want to let this chance. Okay. Wait, so does that mean before I could get sucked into Minami's story any further with my own delusions, I rushed to interrupt? You're from Long Island. The more you add to the story, the funnier it gets. Please stop. I wasn't ready. Okay. Without turning his eyes away from mine, he closed his lips. We are focusing a lot on this man's lips. It was like his eyes were telling me, you already know where I'm going with this. Yeah, those are those fuck me eyes. That's what he's looking at us with. Like, he's like, girl, I want you. Like, I'ma get you. His eyes are also really pretty. They're like gray. God, they're so gorgeous. Despite being afraid to hear what would come next, there was also a part of me longing to know for sure. Minami set down his nearly empty glass, took a deep breath, and brought his next words to life. Yeah, that liquid courage. Let's go.
好きなんだ。
Oh!
俺、あの時からずっとお前のこと。だから。
He just went, this is chapter 2. And this man said, I love you. I have always loved you. Girl, it's you. This is chapter 2. Yes, it does. It says, I love you. Love you. He didn't say, I like you. I kind of want you. He said, I love you. In chapter 2, they just got reconnected after 7 years apart. And this man pulled out, I love you. You know what? Good for him. Wait a minute. Unable to bear anymore, I suddenly stood up when... Oh. I like how he's just like, oh, oops. The force of my sudden movement caused a full glass of water to wobble dangerously before toppling to its demise. Ah.
Oh.
Why he moan like that? Dude. The water from the glass spilled all over the table and onto the floor. Seeing it had gotten on Minami's clothes, I hurried to pull out my handkerchief. I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
やばい。
I love his laugh. It's so cute. I blinked in shock at his sudden blooming laugh. Minami? His shoulders heaving slightly, I bent down to look closer at the laughing Minami.
ごめん、笑って。お前から水かけられるの、これで2回目だなと思ったら、
Y'all have only met
なん
twice.
かおかしくて。
He said, oh, it's just the second time you've done this. Yeah, you've only met twice. The second? Do you mean that time during summer vacation?
そう。夏休みの時の。それも覚えてたんだ。
This man is so in love. It's crazy. I was so embarrassed. I shook my head side to side, completely flustered. I was happy enough just knowing he even remembered who I was. I haven't forgotten a single thing either, you know. Sensing I wanted to say something, Minami peered closely at my face.
なあ、こっち見て。
Why is he so smooth? How could I when you're asking me like that? There's no way I could look at him when my face is this red. But I felt Minami's hand softly caress my cheek. Oh my god. Stop. His touch was so gentle, as though he were handling broken glass. I felt myself shiver at the sensation. Girl, y'all are in public.
顔、熱い。 これ酔ってるせいじゃないよな。そんな反応されたら期待する。
Sir, we are in public. You can't be whispering at me like that. Stop it. Stop it now. Stop. Yeah, I really can't show Minami how I look right now. Not what ideas. But he only drew in closer and whispered, his breath burning my ear.
返事がないのは期待していいんだって受け取るけど、
He's like, if you want me to stop, don't say anything. No, he said, if you want me to keep going, don't say anything. Bro. But why me?
おかしい。
He looks angry. Like, girl, don't you see how beautiful you are in my eyes? God, what's wrong with you? It's not weird, but I just don't get why you would like me.
たくさんあるけど今言う。
Oh? Can you say them in public, or is this a private thing? Is it a at-home thing? No, I'm okay. In this position, there's no way I could even listen to anything he tells me. I feel like this girl was leaning all the way over the table into this man's face. She was like hanging over the table. Also, he is so cute. I love him. He's my favorite route in this entire game. Seeing my distress, Minami refused to back down.
俺本気だから分かって。
It was like he was telling me he wouldn't let me get away this time. My violently beating heart was thumping loudly enough to be heard.
彼氏いないって言ってたよな。なら俺と付き合って。
Oh my god. Yeah, that's right. Me wanting my ego stroke. Tell me every single thing you like about me. Like, I want to hear it all. I want to hear the whole novel. I want to hear the sonnets you've written for me in your head. Like, sing to me, please. This man is down bad. He said, I am not letting you get away. You are mine. You belong to me. It's so sudden.
いきなりで困るのはわかる。優等生だった委員長から見たら問題児が何言ってんだって感じだよな。
Oh my god, not problem child. Tell me.
だからお試しからでいい。俺のことはこれから知っていって。
We could take him for a trial run, guys. We could just test him out.
絶対大切にする。
He's so confident. I could tell even without seeing his face. Minami was doing everything he could to show me he was serious. I need to respond to his feelings without hiding like this. Did he disappear? Where is he? He's gone. Did we just imagine that? Maybe that's all in our head. Can we get an unlurk command at some point? I'll think about it. I'll think about it. What would you want it to say? As my gaze met his, I saw that his eyes were glinting, just like stars in the sky on a winter night. That is very specific. He did a vanishing spell for funsies. He did. Minami is nervous too. Wanting to reassure him, I drew up all of my courage and wrung out my answer. If it's just a trial run. That was all I could get out. But Minami took my hand and squeezed it tightly. He's like, I'll take that shot. Yes. He's like, that's a maybe. I can work with a maybe. But they were warm and very gentle too.
やった。
This man is just waiting for even a drop of her affection. I love this. I love when men are desperate like this.
彼氏にしてもいいって思ってもらえるように頑張るな。
You're already worthy. Girl, if you don't want him, I do. At his overjoyed tone and unbelievable words, I felt myself grow suddenly dizzy. Did she just pass out? I'd parted ways with Minami and headed back home on the train. Just as I was walking back to my house, I looked up at the night sky, Minami's bouquet of flowers in my hand. There, above me, shone the few twinkling stars one could make out amongst the city lights. Minami likes me? Him? Really? He wants to go out with me? Still dizzy from the encounter, I couldn't quite process what had happened. The alcohol buzz should have worn off long ago, but my legs still felt disconnected from my body somehow. Gosh, I had to cough. You love a loser. I do love me a loser too, but like Minami is just like real slick with it. He's just real smooth and slick with it. The only loser in this game is Hokuto. And yes, I will take every opportunity to take shots at Hokuto, 1000%. And when you too play Hokuto's route in the game, you will know exactly why he is human trash. Also, thanks for hanging out. I hope you can make it back before we end the stream. I don't actually know how long we're gonna play. We'll figure it out. Huh? Going out means we'll be like sweethearts, doesn't it? Desperately trying to make sense of things internally, I came to a very pertinent realization. I don't have any experience with this. My school days had been about hitting the books, and now as an adult, my days were full of nothing but work. I'd never had strong feelings for anyone or gotten into a relationship with anyone before. Aw, she's a newbie. Also, yes, thank you for the hydrate. Where's my water? I have to remember to not drink my water like in my mic because you can hear it. All right. Oh yes, this MC is very work motivated. It's a tragedy, really. Of course, I knew all the birds and the bees, but okay, so you know about sex. I'd even given my own mediocre advice to friends and coworkers having love troubles here and there. We all do that. But when it came to me getting out there, that was a different story. Not to mention my date is going to be Minami. He was the most popular guy at my entire high school. Not the most popular guy in high school. He's way, way out of my league. Girl, y'all are adults. I love that she's like, he's so out of my league. He's like the school football quarterback, and I'm just a nerd. How would he ever fall for me? That man is desperately in love with you. He is like so in love with you. That fact alone put me in a daze.
Stand up!
Not stand
Stand up!
Sadly, she will not stand up. She will stay on her knees. It was rumored that he had love confessions from not only his classmates, but also from first and third years, and even girls from other schools. That's crazy. Yes, there is. He'd been surrounded by countless beautiful, stunning girls his whole life. It made sense that Minami hadn't been able to get my contact information from anyone. A bookworm and plant maniac like me. Plant maniac is... That's something. I've never seen that before. I had been totally snubbed by the rest of the class. No, that's not it. I just had never been able to break into anyone's clique. Cliques are overrated. But that wasn't a joke, was it? Minami wasn't the kind of guy to toy with people's emotions. You met him once in high school. How do you know this? That's why I was undergoing so much inner turmoil. I'm gonna be way too inexperienced for him. This is bad. My happiness from earlier had vanished. It was replaced by stark panic. I stood alone beneath the starry sky, my face growing paler by the second. All right, we can do one more chapter. Let's do chapter 3 and then we'll wrap it up. Chapter 3, Sunday as a Friend. That sounds promising. The next day, despite having just reunited yesterday, I already asked Minami to join me at the book cafe in Sakura Gamori.
やっぱ日曜日だと人多いな。
I love him, and he just looks so cozy and comfortable in every space. Like, he looks like he belongs here. The store was bustling in a noon rush, full of the voices of happily chattering people. Right now, I was grateful for the crowd. Sorry for calling you out so suddenly.
全然。昨日の今日でお前と会えるの
Man.
すげえ嬉しい。
Stop! You can't say stuff like that to a person without warning. At his gentle and sweet smile, I felt myself fall for him even harder. So, Minami can look like this too. He's giving you the sex eyes, sis. Like, we only met him once in high school. Just once. And had one single conversation. And not only did this man fall head over heels in love with us, but he kept that flame going for 7 years. And then when he saw us in that flower shop, he said, I'm not gonna throw away my shot. That man said, I am gonna ask her out. And then during their date, he says, I'm in love with you and I want you to be my girl. Like, this man said, I'm not wasting time. Time is not of the essence. We are doing this now. This feels so ghetto, low-key. Not ghetto. Mad, you called it ghetto. I love him. He is my favorite route. You take that back. You changed your stance. Get over here, catching strays. Right. If this is ghetto, then I'm ghetto because I like this. I'm here for this. Let a man I met 7 years ago find me again and be like, I always wanted to tell you that I was in love with you. Can we start a relationship now? Like, let a man like that find me real quick. Because I would say, absolutely, yes, sure, let's do that. Remembering his confession from yesterday, my face grew hot. Girl, he said, I am in love with you. Having realized my lack of experience, I came up with a plan overnight, because she's coming up with plans. So this morning when I messaged Minami, I was surprised to receive an instant response, as I'd assumed he'd be working. This man just said, I love you. I don't even think he said Daisuke, or what he said. He didn't say Daisuke, did he? I can't remember. We'll have to look back later. But this man said, I love you. I've been in love with you for 7 years. And the moment I saw you, I knew I had to ask you out again. Why would he not respond to you right away? Why would he let that sit on red? That man is going to respond to every text message you send immediately. Like, he is not unemployed. He has a job. He works at the flower shop. This man is one day from being a yandere route. He is not. Tenya is... Okay, there is a yandere in this game, and it's not Tenya. That is the only hint you'll get from me. There is a yandere in this game, and it is not Tenya. You got 3 other dudes to pick from. Has a job, but lacking job. Not lacking jobless behavior. Listen, I want my man to respond to my text when I send it. I don't want them to respond 3 years later. I sent the text when I sent it. Respond when I sent it. Now, I won't respond to your text when you send it, but I want you to respond to my text when I send it. I'm glad it was his day off too, but I don't think I've had enough time to sort my thoughts out yet. However, putting it off would be even worse. Mustering my courage, I turned to face the man before me with increased determination. I actually have a favor to ask you. He's like, whatever you want, ask Queen. Queen, I will do anything for you. I will rub your feet.
お願い?
This man's like a favor. What you want? What you need? Minami repeated my words, furrowing his brow.
やっぱお試しでも無理って話なら
Oh,
悪い。聞けない。
Maya said, if your answer is no, I don't want to date you, I will not accept no. That's a red flag. But when it's Tenya saying it, it's not a red flag. This man is fine. That's not it. Well, it sort of does have to do with yesterday, but, I was once again at a loss for words due to my embarrassment over not only the fact that we were dating, but at the contents of my favor. He's not a killer.
ゆっくりでいい。
He is patient. He is kind. He is the king of consent. Like, Tenya is a green flag all the way. This man would do anything for you.
俺、ちゃんと聞くから。お前のペースで話して。
Thank you. It was like Minami had cast a spell on me. Taking a quick breath in, I calmed my nerves. Well, actually, I've never dated a guy before. He's like, okay, and? He's like, in fact, that's actually okay with me. Even if it's just a trial, suddenly dating you is, well, I just feel like that's quite a hurdle. So, if you're okay with it, for the first week, I'd like it if we could be a couple half the time and friends the other half. That is a weird request, sis. He's patient, he's kind, he'll hang your skin on a clothesline. I cannot stand you shit, and no, he won't. Stop it. Y'all stop trolling my man. He is perfect. If y'all want to throw shade at Hokuto, by all means, all the shade at Hokuto. But Tenya, Minami, my baby, he is blameless. He is perfect. There's nothing wrong with this man. I love him. Y'all better love him too. Kicking my feet and giggling even. Yes, like, he is perfect. Not blurty Otome. Why? Y'all are disrespectful. All of you. All of you. Okay. The affirmatively nodding Minami. What in the hell? Who chose this word? Why would you choose affirmatively? Like, what is that? That's not a real word. I cannot with all of you. The affirmatively nodding Minami's head suddenly stopped, his movements ending in one final broken attempt at a nod.
分けるって、どうやって？
Yeah, how are you supposed to do that? Well, for example, I pull a planner out from the bag at my side and open up a page for him to check out. See, from Monday to Wednesday, we can be friends. And from Thursday to Saturday, we can be a couple. I like that she accounts for the weekend in this plan. This is like the start of a K-drama. Like, this would be a K-drama someday, friends. If we close the distance between us out of nowhere, I'll be too nervous. So I just want to get used to dating you first, I guess. He's just like, what? Okay. So that won't work? He's like, whatever I gotta do to get with you, I'll do it. Don't worry, girl. Minami? He's so happy in his laughter. The usually calm and collected Minami let out a laugh loud enough to catch the attention of the whole store. That was the quietest laugh I have ever heard, but sure. Of course, I knew what I was saying was strange, but that was the only conclusion I could reach last night after getting home. Well, at least him laughing at me is better than him being disgusted, I guess. No, it's not better. So, it is weird.
いや、いいな、それ。
I feel like if I told this man to wear a tutu for the week during our trial, he would say, yeah, that's a brilliant plan, my queen. Yes. What else do you need me to do? I don't think anything you would say would just be a bad idea to this man, other than I don't want to date you. Wait, you'll really do it? Even though I'd been the one suggesting it, I was shocked to see him accept so easily. He's in love with you, sis. He's gonna do whatever you ask. Yes, he would deny us not a damn thing. He would be like, "What do you want? You want me to murder your boss? Okay. Just let me prepare some things real quick." Like, I could ask anything, this man would do it. Minami gave a firm nod.
お前の言う通り、俺ら同級生ってだけでお互い知らないことだらけだろ。
Yeah, he don't mean any of this.
だから、それなら友達としてのお前も恋人としてのお前も知っていけるし。
I'm about to style my hair, so I can't type. That's fair. All right, Shannon. I was twisting my hair earlier, so I get it. He'd be all Olivia Pope is handled, right? Exactly.
俺のことも知ってもらえるんだから、拒む理由なんてない。
Aw. He's like, yeah, I get to win-win out of this. You get to know about me too, and then you'll fall in love with me, and it'll be perfectly fine. I'm glad to hear it. I'm sure Minami was just trying to appease me. He is. While I did feel a bit guilty, I was also grateful for his understanding.
あ、でもそしたら余るな、日曜日。
That's true. What about Sundays? I kept racking my brain over what would be best, but I couldn't decide. If we include Sundays, it won't split evenly.
それじゃあフリーにすんのは。
Okay. Sunday, that's our day for rest. No, it's not. You think this man is gonna waste a single day of the week not trying to woo you? Girl, bye. This man is gonna use all 7 days. He gonna find a way. He will find a way. Free?
友達にも恋人にもなれる日。どっちにすんのかは土曜に2人で決める。
Nice. I like that.
どう？
Sounds like a good idea. Leaning his head slightly, he threw me that question. I was so love-struck by the gesture, I nodded eagerly. Girl is down bad too. That's a fantastic idea. Let's do that. Relieved that it was all squared away, I sucked up more iced tea through my straw. What is with the lips and the sucking? We are putting a lot of emphasis on these people drinking things. I sucked up more iced tea through my straw. Why do I need to know that information? It doesn't matter. I took a sip of my iced tea. Period. Like, relieved that everything was all squared away, I took a sip of my tea. Like, I swear to God. Otome games sometimes feel like when you know how when you were like in high school and you had a word count for a paper, but you didn't have anything you wanted to say, so you're using like extra fluff words. You were just filling out text to fluff out that word count. That's what I be feeling like sometimes with Otome games. Like they just adding extra shit to fluff out that word count. This game needs to be exactly 40 hours. We gotta add some extra text. Maybe we should put more detail or more emphasis on her drinking her tea. Well, we just said she took a sip. No. She took her pert lips and put them to the straw. And then she inhaled the liquid into her mouth. She savored the taste of the cold tea. And then she swallowed it down, refreshed. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is how I be feeling sometimes. She drank the damn tea. Sorry, that was a weird point to belabor, but it was just like, who cares? Who cares? Minami also took a sip of his hot coffee, but the corners of his lips as he drank were curled in a faint smile, because he just got what he wanted. What, did something good happen? Yes, you agreed to go out with him, sis.
すげえ嬉しいなって思ってた。
This man should have been taking time sipping his tea, like, got her, just as planned. You are?
だって友達でも恋人でもまずは1週間毎日俺と過ごしてくれるつもりなんだろ。
See what I mean? What did I say? This man is not going to waste a single day. He's going to use all 7 days. It's like the song 7 days a week. Huh?
あの言い方だとそうなると思ったんだけど違う？
No. Thinking about it calmly, he's right. When we were in school, we could see each other every day. But now that we're adults, even seeing our best friends 3 days in a row makes monumental coordination. This is real. Like, as adults, you have responsibilities, you've got jobs, you've got all these other things to do. It's hard to just connect with a friend and just hang out. Y'all gotta schedule stuff. And if you don't schedule it, it's not happening. Period. So this is the realest thing. A significant other isn't any different. Especially if both people are working. Seeing each other every single day is practically impossible. I frantically tried to fix the situation. That was more like conceptual, you know, like we'll view each other that way in our hearts. Oh God, not her trying to backtrack, girl. She's like, no. Like we won't see each other every day, but like in my heart, I will think of you as my close friend on Monday. But on Friday, I'll be like, he is the love of my life. From afar. We both have work, so there's no need to force ourselves to meet every single day. Why would you say that to this man? He is gonna be devastated.
分かってる。
She said, absolutely not.
俺との関係、真剣に考えてくれたのがあの提案なんだろう。
Aw, he said you actually care.
俺はそれが嬉しかった。
I love him. Did I say that yet? But I love him. Minami.
それに俺は毎日でもお前に会いたい。
He said, I want to see you every day. All day.
お前が無理な日は我慢する。でもできる限り会いたい。
This man said, I want to see you every single day. I will wait outside of your apartment in the morning just to see you before you go to work. I will walk you to the train station if I have to at night. I will sing sonnets to you outside of your window at midnight.
高校卒業してからずっと会えなかった分、たくさん会って話がしたい。
How many days are in 7? Okay, what is it? 360 times 7. Hold on. 365 times 7. Let me pull up my calculator. Let me find my calculator. There it is. I got a new phone, so it looks different. So 365 times 7. He wants to make up for over 2,000. He wants to make up for over 2,500 days in just a week? Sir. No. There's no way. Get out. Minami's words struck straight to my heart. His feelings were so pure. My cheeks once again went flush, a fever surging through my entire body. Ever since yesterday, Minami's been throwing left and right hooks right at my heart. I hadn't even started the week yet, and I was already nervous about what would transpire. But Minami probably isn't like this with anyone else.
あのさ、
Oh? Huh? What?
明日からよろしく。
He said, I'm ready to shower you with affection. Oh, yeah, right.
まずは友達から。
Yeah, we'll be friends. As Minami started to speak, his mouth suddenly stopped, still wide open. Baby, close your mouth. It seemed he was lost in thought over something. Did we break this man? Are you okay, Minami?
今日は
Huh?
日曜日は友達でも恋人でもいい日だろ。
Oh.
だったら今日はどうする？
Good question. What should we be today? Oh, yeah, today is Sunday, huh?
まああと数時間しかないけど、
Aw.
俺はどっちでも嬉しいから今回はお前が選んで。
He said we could choose. How am I supposed to answer that? If we were just friends today, what would we do after this? For now, I at least wanted a hint, so I threw Minami a leading question. Glancing down at his coffee quickly, Minami looked back up at me.
お互い飲み終わるまではこのままここで少し 話しよ
And then I would take you to my room, to my apartment, and I would blow your back out. No, just kidding. He would never. Yes, he would.
う。で、お前が帰るってなったら、駅で見送れ。
So, what about if we were lovers? This man would literally be like, I would dick you down right now. Like, girl, why are you asking some questions? Oh my god. So, what about if we were lovers? Asking him another question, Minami gave a slight smirk. Yeah, this man was like, I would dick you down. He said, you would be walking funny in the morning. That's what would happen.
こうやって手をつないで。
Okay. His fingers softly intertwined with mine on top of the table. Minami noticed my apprehension, but the fact that he didn't take his hand away signaled that this was him as my boyfriend. I couldn't get used to the feeling of his fingers over mine, and had no clue what to do in response. Girl, he is just holding your hand.
時間が許す限り、少しでも長く一緒にいたい。
Okay.
なんでもない話でいいんだ。もっとお前を知る時間が欲しい。
He said, I just want one more second with you. That is just the sweetest thing ever. This man is so romantic.
お前が帰らなきゃいけない時間になったら、家まで送れ。
And I'd ask for a cup of coffee, knowing good and damn well we not about to drink no coffee.
では、なるべく話したくねえな。
Minami. Even though he was just holding my hand, it felt like he was holding right onto my heart. That's dangerous. My heart just kept beating faster. Then he traced the back of my hand with his rugged fingers.
どうすんの？
Friends, my guy, friends. It was as if my whole body was being rubbed. Girl, y'all are in public. Y'all are in public. Stop. And a sweet shiver ran up my spine. Girl, you can't be horny in public like this. Y'all are in a bookstore of all places. Good God. Getting horny in the Barnes and Noble. This is way too much for a beginner like me to take. As friends then, yeah. Good, safe bet.
了解。
She's a novice. She's never been in a relationship before. Slowly, like untying a rope, his fingers left mine, and I felt the heat from his hand disappear. The fact that I felt a bit lonely afterwards was my secret. Oh yeah. We'll come back to this later. Hey. We'll start with chapter 4. Can I save? Nope. No, I can't. We'll start with chapter 4. Let's create a save file for Tenya. We'll start with chapter 4 next week. I don't know what day I'm gonna do, but we'll do it on another day. To the title. Okay. All right. What did you think? That was Tenya, and that was Him, the Smile and Bloom. Tenya is my favorite route in this game. Like, I love him to bits and pieces. He is my favorite best boy. We can only play up to chapter 8, so we won't be able to go further than that. I am totally down for playing the rest of his route next week, but if you all want to play another route, we can do 3 chapters of each character's route. What do you say? Like I said, I can only play up to chapter 8 of each route. We can either continue with Tenya's, or we can switch to a different guy. Your preference. I kind of like the idea of switching to different guys each week, just for the lulz. Yes, I'm glad that y'all were able to come and have fun. You're down with whatever. I'll think about it over the weekend, but I might swap. I might pick another guy. I might have you all pick in stream which one we're gonna do next. then, if we're gonna stop with Tenya right here, because this man, I love him. He's so good, and I want you all to enjoy his route. It's just really sweet. It's really fun. I love their chemistry, and his MC, she can be a bit like innocent and naive, but their chemistry is so good, and I love how patient Tenya is with her. He doesn't force, he really wants to be with her and he loves her, but he never forces his feelings on her. He takes things at her pace, and I really appreciate that, because in a lot of Otome games, it kind of feels like the heroine is just being dragged along by the love interest. But in this route, it's very much just like he lets her set the pace for their relationship. Like even now, he's like, what do you want to do on this Sunday? You tell me. And she's like, friends. And he's like, okay, we'll do that. And he immediately backs off. And he's like, cool. I just wanted to spend more time with you. And that's pretty much the tone of his entire like route. And I think it's so good. It's just really sweet. Like, oh, I love this route so much. I hate Hokuto. Like I hate him with every breath that I take. I will say I hate this man. Wataru's route is super sweet and cute too. And I love Genosuke. I love Genosuke's route has like this very playful back and forth banter. They like snipe at each other a lot, and it's really cute and really fun, because they both keep each other on their toes. And with Wataru, they're like really falling in love again for the first time after heartbreak. And seeing them kind of seeing Wataru kind of slowly wear her down with his overly excitable and like optimistic personality is just so sweet. And Serena is just, she's not like closed off, but she's been hurt in the past, so it's hard for her to really give herself over to another person, and like she's more reserved. So like having a younger, more excitable, more happy-go-lucky kind of love interest for her really works, because it pulls her out of her shell, and she also mellows out Wataru a bit, and she kind of makes him want to be a better person for her. Like I love these routes. I could talk about this game forever because I love these characters so much, and I fucking hate Hokuto. Like it is a hatred that runs deep in my veins. In fact, Fuka, his BS makes Fuka a better person, because he just be pulling all this BS, and she finally calls him on his shit, and it's one of those empowering feminist moments, and I'm here for it. But yeah, anyway, that was Him the Smiling Bloom. We're gonna keep playing this on stream. I'm not sure. I might do another poll. I might just ask you all during stream which route we'll do next, and we'll see what we do. We'll see how it goes. But thank you all for coming through. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed Him the Smiling Bloom. It's so good. Thank you all so much for coming through. I hope you had fun with Him the Smiling Bloom and Tenya, my favorite best boy. I hope you had fun. We're gonna keep playing this. We'll figure out the schedule. We'll figure it out. I highly recommend giving it a play. Go get it on Steam, get it on Nintendo Switch, wherever you want to play it. It's so good. I cannot recommend this game enough. It is definitely one of my new favorite Otome games. But yeah, if you want to kick it with me away from Twitch, you can find me on my socials. I am most active on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Heavy on the Blue Sky, not so much on Twitter. And of course, my website, blurdyotome.com. Check that out. Go roll around in it. Also, check out my YouTube channel. I post videos, I post VODs of my streams on YouTube, so definitely check it out. Go like a video, go watch one, leave a comment on it. It helps with the algorithm. Please and thank you. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods, and I will catch you all in the next stream. All right, y'all.